Hey, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism session. Um, tonight's focus
Hey.
topic, hey, Linda,
Yes,
tonight's
sir.
focus topic is picky eaters versus, what was it? Picky problem
Problem.
and food therapy. So, for those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I'm one of the admins of this wonderful establishment.
And hi, everyone. I'm Linda. I'm the other admin.
So, how's everybody doing? For those of you who are new to our Let's Talk Autism session, what this is open discussion. If you have any questions, comments, or want to share good news, bad news, feel free. If there's a question in the chat and you can help with, feel free. Um, hey, Lori, there's Michelle, Kizzy, hello, Danielle. Hey, Teresa. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good, and glad to hear it. So you guys, I am also trying out TikTok again, so I'll be back and forth. Hey, Mark, how are you? Glad you can join us. All right. So how you been, Linda? Linda?
Oh, I've been no, sorry, my daughter's over here, so she was making noise, so I tried to put my microphone on mute. I've been doing good. How have you been?
Pretty good.
Good. How's everyone else doing? And I
Teresa?
see Ari's home visiting.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, nice.
Yes. So she'll be here for a week.
Oh,
She'll be
nice.
for a week and then she'll go back. This is her last year. It's so real right now because she's already talking about her graduation pictures and
Oh
her
my goodness.
gown. So it's like, wow,
That was
time
quick.
flew by.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. So what is she gonna do after this?
She's actually looking for an internship
Mm-hmm.
that
Okay.
pays.
Oh.
She says she wants one that at least pays. She wants to stay in state. So
Mhm.
hopefully she can find something in her field because her degree is in zoology. So
Yeah.
working with animals. So if she can find something in state, but most of the good ones she was looking at are out of state. So
Oh, okay.
we'll see how it goes. We will
Yeah, hopefully
see.
she finds something that she likes.
Hmm. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So Teresa says my son is a very picky eater. What kind of things does he like, Teresa? What does he eat usually? I'm good. I got 12 weeks left to graduate. Well, awesome, Michelle.
Nice.
Awesome. That's really good. 12
It
more weeks.
is.
And it's
Yeah,
going to go by fast,
it
real fast.
is. What are you going to school for, Michelle? And did Teresa, my son is very no, she didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So Emily's always been a picky eater, and she's had where if the like she still doesn't eat any sauces, no yogurts. She will eat chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and she used to eat pudding. I don't know if she'll eat pudding now, um, but she's getting better. So in ABA, we had feeding therapy where she would try a little bite, tiny bite of something, and then she'll get rewarded for that. And we were able to get her to try things like that. So we did that. Hey, Charles.
Hey,
Hey,
Charles.
Linda,
So we
you,
did that,
Emily,
and
you're putting me on.
Here he goes.
he
Already.
started right off with that one. Yeah. So, anyways, so she, what it did was we kind of tried with the less, with foods that we knew she would like if she tried them. So we got her to do that so that way she wouldn't fear the therapy. And then we got more farther away from things that she would like, maybe like carrots, apples, things like that. But I think what it did was it showed her that you can eat that, you can try it, even if you don't like it, you'll still survive it. Um, and she did that, and so we kind of went back to that recently. So we always talk about healthy eating, and so now I got her to try carrot, and so when she comes home from school now, we put carrots on her snack plate, and then she eats all the carrots first, and then she'll go to another thing. So it's kind of like building up. Okay, she tasted the carrot. Okay, let's have her eat a little bit more and more of the carrot.
Okay.
But it was almost, I think it was more of a fear thing than it was
A
a,
texture,
yeah, a
texture
texture or
issue.
a taste thing.
Mm.
Yeah. I think, yeah. And then, of course, I think it's also with the maturing thing as well. She's 17 now, so I think she's grown up a lot as well.
Okay.
What's interesting you mentioned there, Linda, is the fact that she eats all of one thing, then she eats all of the next thing. So on, that's how I used to eat. And some guys, when I was in college, called my attention to that and said, "Didn't your parents teach you to eat around your plate?" And so since then, I'm made an adjustment to that, so I don't eat all of one thing, then all of
Hmm.
something else, and all of something else.
Yeah, and she does that across the board. So if she has macaroni and cheese and chicken tenders, and say if she had fries or something, she would eat literally one whole thing, then the next whole thing, and then the last. But yeah, that's exactly. She still does that. I think the combination of textures together might get to her, and that's why she doesn't do sauces. But she what she was doing in feeding therapy though, she was so I diced up a little baby carrot, she would try to just take it like a pill so she wouldn't have to chew it. So we had to make it like, oh
Uh,
no, stop, chew it maybe 5 times. And what they started with too was touching it first with her hand, then touching it to her lips, then putting it in her mouth, even if she spit it out, tried chewing it eventually. But it was baby steps. And then we finally got her to that point.
Oh, well, that's
yeah.
good. That's good.
It's you got to do what works for the child.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And as long as they're eating, that's the main thing. Eating.
Exactly. Yeah. Because
Teresa says he likes to eat sausage links, cookies, raspberries, blueberries, strawberries. Well, at least he loves berries.
mm-hmm.
That's a
Cereal,
Yeah.
good.
steaks, canned corn, and sometimes bean and cheese burritos. Okay.
Well, that's a good variety of foods,
It
though.
is. It is.
The only thing that's missing, though, of course, in that list is is veggies other than corn, which is nutritionally
Mm-hmm.
is classed as a starch, not as a vegetable. So that's the only thing missing from that. But I assume you give them some vitamin supplements to
Mm-hmm.
compensate for that.
And raspberry, blueberries, and strawberries are really good. Raspberries, especially nutritionally.
And for that matter, some vitamin A, for example, is one of the main things you get from green and yellow vegetables, but that you
Mm-hmm.
can get from some fruits.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Nita, for some reason, I think you're muted there.
Oh, she's
Yeah, I
probably
was
on her
talking to
TikTok.
Okay,
TikTok.
all right, okay,
I
okay.
didn't want to disturb
Telling it how to tell time. Okay.
Mr. Charles.
And also cereals. I don't know what cereals he eats, but oftentimes cereals are fortified with nutrients, which is good.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I tried with my daughter because my daughter's neurotypical. I'm the one with autism, but I tried telling her it'll put hair on your chest, but she would usually say, "That's what I'm afraid of."
Okay, Kizzy says my son eats the same thing all the time. His menu doesn't change at all. He eats only pizza, pancakes, chicken nuggets, and once in a while he would eat oatmeal, but it has to be more liquidy than regular oatmeal. Yeah,
Yeah.
DeAndre had that same problem, and like Linda said, I guess the maturity as he got older, but he was stuck on ravioli, Chef Boyardee. If it was any other kind of ravioli, he wouldn't touch it. He had to have specifically Chef Boyardee. And he was on that kick for a very long time. I had to keep Chef Boyardee ravioli in the house at all times, or he just wouldn't eat. But as he got older and that appetite, those hormones start changing. That
Mhm.
appetite start changing. So yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was when I got in my teens that my food taste started to branch out. You know, now there's only three things I don't eat. I don't eat grapefruit because it
Tomatoes.
conflicts with my medications. I don't eat tomatoes because they're gross, and I don't eat quiche,
Good.
Wait,
and,
what was
and
the
I
last
don't
thing,
eat,
Charles?
and I don't eat quiche because real men don't eat that stuff. It takes all the hair off our chest.
Mm-mm.
And those foods right there, the pediatrician was talking about the pizza, the chicken nuggets, the fries. They're comfort foods. These are things that you normally eat, and of course, it's not the greatest things. It's not the healthy things, but they're comfort foods, and then they tend to settle on those.
Danielle says my daughter eats only one food at a time. I don't blame Emily at all. I didn't.
And she does good with them. I'm surprised, but what I did was I let her choose. I offered an apple, like would she eat bits of apples? But I have a feeling she ate those apples that come in the packs at school, and they have citric acid on them to keep them from turning brown. I don't like the way they taste. But so I think she's got that in her mind that when she has tried it, or if she takes it, tries it again, that's the one she's trying, and that's why she's shying away from apples. But she said she wanted to eat carrots. She will choose carrots and celery. It's strange, but she'll do it because Emily has a mentality that she doesn't want, she won't give up on something. She will not give up. So she got it in her mind that she wanted to eat healthy, and that's what she would try, and she'll do it even if she doesn't like it. She will do it. But so we just been putting a few more carrots each time, and then
Uh,
now she's eating a decent bit of carrots.
One thing too about vitamin A, which is one of the main things you go for in green and leafy vegetables, is that some fruits are high in vitamin A. So you have a child that doesn't like veggies but likes fruits. There's some fruits, specifically mangoes, papayas, cantaloupes. Peaches have a fair amount of vitamin A in them, although not as much as the vegetables I just named. But there are some fruits that you can get vitamin A from. You get enough to satisfy your daily needs.
Hmm. And I know cereal is fortified with vitamin A, and it says that the Quaker brand cereals, like Cinnamon Life, those are fortified with vitamin A.
okay, hold
And
on, you guys. Mark is saying he can't comment on the live, so let me see what's going on here. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm
okay.
gonna mute myself.
Okay.
Oh, and then so Michelle says that's what they did with Jaden. They one did I get that comment up there? I didn't. Okay. So Michelle says that is what they did with Jaden, touch, then to the lip, and so on. And yeah, and I think that goes on to even once they're chewing it and eating the little bit, then you just keep increasing the amount. And because I remember when she was eating Kraft macaroni, we would give her like, okay, can you eat 2 noodles? Okay, can you eat 4? And then now she can eat it with a meal. But she was dying over just the 1 and 2, noodles. So it was just gradual, and then she got more and more used to it. And like I said too, they realized, oh, I didn't get sick. Oh, it didn't hurt me. Okay, and then they just keep adding to it. Jaden is getting better, but he's still scared of some fruits. Yeah, I think it's really a fear too.
Yeah. I think, for me, there's the fear of foods going bad. That was something that a phobia I had growing up.
Yeah, my older daughter, I asked her how come she never eats fruits, and she said the same thing. She feared that. And
Okay, Mark. I'm not sure what you are referring to, but we do see your wave. You should be able to comment on the live. I see you just did with the wave, so not sure.
And Teresa says that she's tried green beans and carrots. How did that go, Teresa? Kizzy says, for snacks, he likes chocolate chip cookies, Oreos, ice cream, donuts, cupcakes. He only likes Fruity Pebbles cereal. If it smells funny or looks funny, he won't try it.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of neurotypical kids too. Last part.
What I did with Emily, I never really see her eat Honey Nut Cheerios, so I put some in a baggie. She threw a fit and she was but she still took the bag and she still ate them. But and I was trying to get her away from Fruity Pebbles because that was one of the ones that she had been eating lately.
It's funny. When I was a teenager, one thing I liked to eat was these Mexican TV dinners, and talking about foods looking funny. A friend of my brother's 10 years younger than I am. A friend of his, anyway, said that the refried beans and that looked like dog do.
Was a complete turnoff, huh?
Yeah.
I can see why. And that's what I noticed too was so she used to eat everything except for the sweet potatoes as baby food. She ate her favorite was green peas. As she got to maybe 2 years old, maybe 3 years old, I start to see her eliminating foods. And then so now when I see her starting to get used to a certain food and like say even just a certain cereal, I try to remember that this might be that point where she's going to eliminate food again. So then I try to take her to another cereal that she liked and then try to keep that list going. Because I remember the day she stopped eating oatmeal. She asked for oatmeal and then she looked at it and she said well, she said disgusting, but she didn't want it anymore. And that was the last time she requested it, was even close to eating it. But I try to keep it where, okay, she's been eating this cereal frequently. Let's change it up, not let her get, out of the habit of the other cereal.
That sounds like what happened to me with tomatoes. One day when I was 6 years old, I saw a tomato that was cut up and I said, that thing is nasty. And never eaten tomatoes since then.
Oh, so you can remember eating them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At some point, I think I was 6 years old at the time when I decided, no, that's nasty. I don't want those.
Brandon loves Cheerios without milk in a bowl and spoon. And that's what I was just talking about. This Cheerios are good like that. My neurotypical child is more picky. Cannot get that kid to eat much.
Yeah.
And those packaged apples are gross. Yeah, the citric acid on there doesn't even taste like an apple anymore. And so there's these apples they sell at Sam's Club, Cosmic Crisp apples. They're perfect tart and sweet. And I want her to be able to try those. And then, of course, without the skin at first, and then it might be easier for her. But those have the perfect flavor, I think. And she drinks apple juice.
Okay. So she likes apple juice.
Yeah, she likes apple juice, grape juice, orange juice. She doesn't have it all the time, but she does drink it.
Well, yeah, waffles with marshmallows on are waffle good.
Waffles. I didn't get that.
Awful good, waffle good.
Mr. Charles.
My son likes to eat Cocoa Puffs and sometimes waffles or pancakes with marshmallows on top of them. He must have chocolate milk in his sippy cup in the morning and night, or if we are outside and he is sleepy.
Okay. Chocolate milk drinker.
Yeah.
And he also likes chocolate cake. Lots of comfort foods.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love chocolate cake.
I know.
Mhm.
And hey, Victoria.
Hey, Victoria.
Hey, Victoria.
And hey, Lorianda. And hey, Diane. Michelle loves tomatoes. I love tomatoes right off the vine.
Ooh,
oh my goodness.
Tomatoes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, those are so those are so good. Brandon loves apple juice. No milk at all from ever. He never has milk, Loranda, and any kind of milk. We love chocolate cake in this house. Oh, in this house too.
Yeah.
DeAndre doesn't drink milk unless it has to be some cereal.
Emily too.
My absolute favorite dessert is Schwarzwälderische Kirschentorte. That's Black Forest cake.
Oh.
Like what?
It's a chocolate cake with this frosting that's got cherry brandy mixed into it, and then it's got these maraschino cherries on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
really good.
And then even between the layers, there's a cherry. Yeah.
Wow.
That's really good.
Sounds good. Tasty.
Yeah. Let me see. Emily. She wouldn't drink milk either, but she drank milk one time because she needed Motrin, and you have to take milk with it. But she actually she understood that she had to take it with it, and she did drink it. That's the only time she's ever drinking milk, though. She will not drink it.
Did she gag, or she did it pretty good?
No, she did it pretty good.
Okay. Awesome.
And Jaden will chow down on applesauce, but never an apple.
Oh.
I remember Emily used to eat applesauce. I forgot about that.
Yeah, DeAndre used to love applesauce too. The cinnamon
Mm-hmm.
applesauce.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Mm-hmm.
Lorianda says never milk. Oh, okay. And then Michelle says milk. Ew.
Thank you for the
love. Best apple pie.
Oh, you said your mother used to make the best apple pie?
She made the best apple pie, also the best pumpkin pie too, but we're talking about apples here, so.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's what Emily ate. That's what she ate because they made it at school. She ate pumpkin pie this last fall. And,
I love pumpkin pie.
Yeah, me too.
When it's cold. I love
exactly.
Pumpkin pie coming right out the refrigerator.
I don't think she had whipped cream on it, but she did. We kind of always ask her, Emily, do you want this? Most of the time it's no. But she said yeah, and she did eat it. And I think it was because she made it at school and she realized it was pumpkin. But that was a new thing that she ate this year, and I never would have thought she would have eaten that.
Michelle said milk. Ew.
Yeah. And
I can't tolerate milk no more. I have to stay away from dairy. A lot of it, except for my cheese.
Loranda says Brandon likes chicken any kind of way cooked.
I cooked chicken tonight. I fixed a new recipe that had a mustard sauce. It was supposed to be grilled, but I cooked it in the oven because it's not grilling weather. So and had this mustard sauce on top of it.
Oh, that sounds good. And Loranda also says in school the doctor had to write a script for juice or water with. Oh, okay, to get it to not have the milk.
Oh, I didn't know they could do that.
Yeah, with daycare too. Yeah, with childcare too. You have to, if you're not going to give a kid milk, you have to have a note from the doctor stating that kid cannot have milk. Or yeah, there has to be a notice.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Michelle, so do I. I can't remember it though beyond, let's see, 3.1415926535665. I can't remember any more of pi.
How many digits was that? How far out was that? Was that like 10 or 12?
That's 12 decimal places out.
12. Lorianda says she loves pumpkin pie.
Yes, me too.
Me too.
Yum yum.
Nobody can
Right.
make it like my mom did.
Oh, really? Pumpkin pie. Gotta keep that right. And I have to specifically, I love Colby cheese. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Lorianda says Brandon likes his corn dogs with mustard. Yeah, that's good. I was cooking some in the air fryer. They're really good in the air fryer.
I don't too much. Well, I never really ate corn dogs. I don't think, or bought them or anything. Hey, ring my J bell. Blessings.
Danielle says, I hated dairy. Yeah, I hated dairy. Nothing touched it until I was pregnant. My husband was the same, and we found each other.
A match.
While you were pregnant, you kept a diary, but at other times you haven't.
Lorianda says he hates salads but loves drinking V8 juice. That's a good trade-off right there.
Right. Wow, really? And you know
Especially
what? I do not like V8. Ugh.
I know. I don't know if it's because I had it when I was a kid and it was so traumatizing just to taste it because it looks like it should be good, but when you taste it, it's not. So I've never been. Emily actually used to drink that. She used to drink the V8 Fusion.
Really?
And then she got away from that. Yeah. And then and salads. Yeah, he actually does probably better with the juice because salads, most of it's lettuce anyways, and lettuce has, depending on the lettuce, but it has very few nutrients. Kizzy says, I know this is not a food comment, but I wanted to know if anyone else is going through this with their kiddo. I've been trying to get him to stop drinking in the sippy cup, and it has been hard, but he only uses it in the morning and at night. But in spring and summer when we're outside enjoying the day, if he gets sleepy, he wants the cup. My son is 8 years old.
Yeah. Well, here you get into the whole business of age appropriate when it comes to kids on the spectrum. And it sounds to me like what you're saying is that sometimes he will drink from a regular glass or cup, but sometimes he wants the sippy cup. And so he's in the process of graduating out of them. Might just need to give him a little more time.
Yeah.
Maybe a trade-off, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the sippy cup, offer him something else too. And
yeah. Or putting something less preferred in the sippy cup and put the preferred drink in a cup, if that helps. I mean, yeah, and then knowing that it's gonna be a battle.
Right. Be prepared for the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the other hand, it might be something just if it's only some of the time that he wants a sippy cup, maybe let him have it at those times, and because I know some things I suddenly snapped out of, when I was a kid, just all of a sudden I snapped out of them, and so that's the other thing to keep in mind. Where one day suddenly, he's 9, 10 years old, realizes, hey, no other kids my age drink from these things. I should drink from regular cups all the time.
Yep. And sometimes you just have to take those drastic measures. It's like when my son was dependent on pull-ups, and I had to make the decision: no more in the house, no more, no more at Dad's house, no more at my house.
Of course, when it comes to potty training, that's a whole different story from the question of drinking, taking drinks out of sippy cups versus regular glasses, which it's a different at a different level, and it's not the same as you know, as being partially toilet trained.
Yeah. Well, he was toilet trained. He was just
Mhm.
lazy.
Yeah, and I think I think it almost goes back to the same thing at that point where it's something that they're comfortable with and something that they prefer, but not something necessary. Um,
Mhm.
and yeah, I think that that could be in that area. I know we had to do that with Emily's pacifiers. She used to bite a hole in the front and the tip of it, and she
Okay.
would not suck on it anymore once it had a hole. But she started really young doing that, so we would always rush and replace it and get her a new one. And then we just got to a point when this one's gone, it's gone. And we just didn't get another one. So she would try to use that one. She was like, okay, I'll settle with this one. But then because she didn't like it, she used it for a bit and then she just gave up on it.
There's a lady I worked with one time was telling us about about her unsuccessful attempts to give up smoking. One of them, a friend of hers, suggested that she stick a baby pacifier in her mouth whenever she had an urge for a cigarette, and so that's what she did. But then one day, a guy came to pick her up for a date, and she forgot she had the pacifier in her mouth. She answered the door with the pacifier in her mouth. The guy turned tail and ran, and that was the end of that attempt.
Mhm. Danielle says my son asks for pumpkin pie for Danielle, I have to have it every holiday too. Every holiday. It's got to be on the table. It's got to be on the menu. Victoria says I went from a sippy cup to a cup that has a straw. All of my kids have the ability to drink from a regular cup, but they drink much more with a straw. Okay. Yeah, that helps. That that's another way of helping.
And then maybe even getting him a special kind of cup when with the straw, you make it kind of fun. And then again, like I said, preferred drink in that specific cup.
Mhm. Hey, Sonia. Just got here.
Thanks,
Hey,
Sonia.
everyone.
Hey, Sonia.
I
Um,
traded.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
I traded off the bottle for the sippy cup, but now I can get rid of the sippy cup. He does drink out of the cup with a straw. Okay. And for his sports cups and other different cups. But when he's ready for bed or he's really tired, he will, okay. He'll cry for that
Yeah,
sippy cup. Okay.
You
yeah.
can also try those water bottles. I mean, they're for adults, and you either some of them have spouts, and some of them just open, straight to a little hole. You could try those, and because it has a different flow and it's not the same thing, maybe he may take that, but he won't necessarily take it as he's falling asleep.
Yeah.
Molly is the same at night, Nita. She still wears a pull up. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it we had that issue for a while. I think he was 11 when I finally said enough is enough.
And the question is, is she capable of staying dry at night? That's the thing that you as mother have to determine, because if she's capable of it, then you can take her out and pull it. But if she's not capable, then
Right.
yeah,
Exactly. Sometimes it's more of a comfort thing too,
Mm-hmm.
because DeAndre could stay dry, but he was just he needed that pull up. Now, when he had to pull up on, yes, he used it. But
Uh-huh.
if you took the pull up off and put him in some underwear, he would stay dry. He knew to get up. So it's just like um what they call it, a security blanket.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say. I guess you could test, like, if she's sleeping every night and she hasn't tested, she could test to see if, for a few nights, can she stay dry? And then it is kind of by a choice. And
Mm-hmm.
then too, if it is strictly physical, then eventually she will start waking up dry, and then you can tell that yeah, she's at the point where she doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah, and I agree that take your time if she's having issues, because all kids aren't the same. I just thought
Mhm.
by 11, I was like, no, no. Yeah. Lorienda says, funny story, Brandon was still on sippy cup during the day and bottle at night at 3 years old. Well, I picked him up early from school, saw him tipping a regular, like a professional drinking. Like, okay. I said, oh, okay, tonight we say bye-bye bottles and sippy cups. I threw them in the trash. We wave bye-bye.
Yeah. Well, that's good because there are some people 10 times Brandon's age who still can't get off the bottle.
Yeah.
I think that was, yeah, that's a joke, right? Was it, Charles? I think it is. I think he meant the bottle, I think. I'm not sure, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you know what I mean.
Mm. Uh, yeah, I would think too. That's another thing. Especially like the water bottles with summer coming up. What my older kids did was they got their water bottles, those ones that keep it really cold. And they ordered stickers and they put certain stickers on their bottle. But if you make it fun for them like that, or take him out to buy a special water bottle, that might make it, his choice, where he might adjust to that better.
You're welcome, Kizzy. Now my baby was potty trained at 18 months old. I was so blessed. Yes, you were.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was very good. Yeah, that was
That
earlier
was
than I was.
really, really good. That was the only thing he was not delayed in. Yeah, it took a while for DeAndre. We had a awesome, and I speak of her. I miss her so much, Miss Smith. In elementary school, she worked with DeAndre and worked with DeAndre. And she was actually the one to tell me, don't send him to school in a pull-up. Put him in his bag, and we'll work with him from there. She was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had the hardest time. 18 months, he wasn't having it.
Yeah, well, kids are trained that early. Kids are trained that early. None of us three kids in my family were at that early age, nor was my daughter. You know, and so it's that is really an accomplishment. 18 months. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. He wanted to use the adult toilet, not the toddlers. Oh, he was a big boy. We would sit him backwards so he didn't fall. Okay. Yep, good idea. He was a big boy. Victoria says she uses the pull up as well. Okay. Refuses underwear, saying she is scared, even though I have pads to go under her. Okay. She's afraid of wetting.
Yeah. And I mean, even some neurotypical kids have issues with bedwetting. My daughter did, and then she discovered how it was happening, and she was able to cure herself of it. Once she discovered what was happening, she would have a very, very vivid dream when she had to go to the bathroom, and she would, in her dream, she would dream that she was sitting down on the toilet, and then she would pee for real.
Yeah.
One time she must have woken up while she was in the process, and that's how she knew what was happening. And so then what she did was every time she sat on the toilet, she would pinch herself to make sure she was awake before she in the urine.
Make sure. I'm up.
And she never wet the bed again.
Michelle says, I like that bottle, Charles. Victoria says, I'm not rushing. No, you shouldn't rush. She turned 7 in April, so I feel to keep encouraging underwear, but not forcing the issue. Yep, you're doing right. You're doing right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, while we have this little moment of silence here, for those of you who don't know the calendars, uh, we had a vendor issue, so we no longer offering the jumbo. So those of you who got it early, got lucky for the jumbo calendars. They have gone back to standard size, and I could not find anyone else who does the bigger calendars. So, um, if you are looking for a calendar, they are still available, but they will be the standard size. Also, for the month of autism awareness, April, we are doing the mental health for parents and caregivers via StreamYard and stream to Facebook, well, all our social media platforms. We have 5 speakers now, all speaking on mental health. If anyone, we're looking for a number 6. If anyone is interested, even you guys on TikTok here, anyone is interested in speaking on any topic as it pertains to mental health and caregiving for a loved one on the spectrum, reach out to me or Linda and let us know. We're thinking about doing it. It will probably be around the 16th of April. And it will be online via StreamYard stream to all our platforms. And you only have to speak for about 20 minutes. And it could be any topic, no matter if you're a professional dealing with mental health or if you are a parent or Mr. Charles.
Yeah. The reason I hesitated to volunteer for this is that, I don't know exactly, how, I'm not an expert on mental health, I guess
And you know what the thing is, we don't want experts per se. We do want a couple professionals, but if you have any input on mental health, and that's with any of you guys, if you can speak on it, if you have any little knowledge, where you can do a 20-minute talk.
yeah.
Even if it's like coping and dealing with the stress, or coping, like Charles, coping with social situations.
Mhm.
I think things like that it still crosses over to mental health
Yeah.
And
and
so maybe
dealing with the difference.
do
And
20 minutes then, you want it to be kind of about how I coped with it, how I, have managed
Yep.
to
And you can
deal
give
with these
some
situations.
tips. Yep. And you
Yes.
can refer back to, here's what I did, here's some good tips that I used or something
Or
like
things that my parents did.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
And then it would
yeah,
be from
areas of support.
a man's point of view. So
Yep.
because we need
Yeah.
some men in there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. I'll volunteer then. I'll do 20 minutes then.
Well, give it a thought before because I'm going to send you the Google form and
Yeah.
think about your topic, and then I'll send you the Google form and you can put it on the form, your topic.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. Yeah.
And,
That's good because I guess especially if the other 5 are all that are scheduled are all women, then
yeah.
it's good to have one. Yeah.
Lorienda says, unfortunately, because Brandon's seizures progress, he now wear himself overnight sleeping, so he is independent. Okay. Well, yeah, that's understandable.
Well, that's the thing. That's the point when a child can't control it.
Right.
Then that's what you have to do. I mean, there are adults with autism who have issues with control of their bodily functions. I remember seeing one guy, I don't know if it was in this group or a different group, but he was saying how, he had to, wear, a diaper at night, and he also would have to wear a diaper when he went to the dentist because he had to be put under for dental procedures, and that would, he had the same bedwetting issues there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a big thing too. Like back in the day, they didn't have pull-ups. There wasn't anything, you were a
Right.
bedwetter or
Right.
not. And I know that has to affect self-esteem. So I think that taking that in consideration, and does the child need them, and or is the child using it as a crutch? But definitely, if the child needs them, yeah, it would be a good idea. You want to make sure um, their confidence isn't knocked down because of bedwetting.
All right. Michelle says we found out Jaden has absent seizures. I worry about him getting one. Oh wow. Now, is the absent seizures, is that when they kind of stare off? Um, like a blank stare, is that what you call the absent seizures?
Yeah,
Seizures?
TML. Or maybe it's like a petit mal seizure, only it lasts longer than your typical petit mal seizure, which is
Okay.
typically about 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. Miranda says, sorry, yeah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
I
and
hope he doesn't get any, worse.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I knew a girl when I was a little kid who had petit mal seizures, but as far as I know, she didn't lose control of her bodily functions during those seizures. They were just like a few seconds long. And in fact, my mom had to tell me about it because I never even noticed them myself. But my mom told me. But as far as I know, that was never a problem. But longer ones, yeah, you're gonna, yeah, that can be an issue. They
Mm-hmm.
lose control of their functions during a prolonged seizure.
Isn't that awesome, Glorianda? Mr. Charles.
Well,
And Michelle
Gloria,
says yes, that
Oh, okay.
it's
I
about
saw,
absent seizures.
Okay. Hello, Smiley Ria. So busy tonight, watching the replay. Have a blessed week, everyone. Yes, it'll be up for watching. Okay, yes, that's what it is. Brandon started with Brandon too. Now worse. Oh wow.
yeah.
Hmm. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the chat area if you want to come up for the last 10 minutes and say hello. Feel free. And before you leave this evening, make sure you hit that like or love button, the laugh button, the wow button. Is there a wow? Something on there.
Yeah, I think there is. I think it is.
Just don't hit that mean button.
Yeah.
Just show us a little love. Okay, let me see. Um, Danielle says Hubs had surgery Friday. Son had basketball tournament all day Saturday. Oh wow, I know you were exhausted. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to really plan time for self-care tomorrow. Yes, that
Well,
is that's your, isn't that your anthem, self-care?
That's what I was gonna say. Is
Uh-huh.
Danielle talking? Is she gonna
Yep.
talk during our event?
Oh, I don't know. That
Because
would
that's
be
a good
nice.
thing. Yeah.
You all love yourselves this week. You deserve it. Thank you. And you too, Danielle. Self-care, self-care.
Yeah.
Michelle, keeping Jaden in my prayers that he don't love. We will be, what is that?
I think it's be positive. I
Oh,
think
be
it's
positive.
to say,
Okay. Oh
but
yeah. She said
somehow it got,
I
Yeah.
was like,
Positive. Yeah.
what is that?
somehow it got
Um,
them together.
hey Rihanna, I missed it tonight. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll be here next week. So much going on. Take care, everyone. Have a great week. You too. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. We
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you. Any last words, Mr. Charles?
Um, just again, stay optimistic. Focus on just doing the best you know how for your child. That's the thing. You're the parent. You know your child best, and that's the thing. Let's say focused on, and some children on the autism spectrum will grow up to live independently, as I did. So some won't, but even then, you want them to at least have the most comfortable life they can have.
Yes, that's important.
Yeah.
That's important. Linda?
I think what you always say, what works for some may not work for others. It's good to get the advice and the ideas, but again, parent knows best, and every child is different, and it might be, of course, it's going to be trial and error. So
Yeah.
just understand that, and some things will work right first time, sometimes it won't. Maybe you might have to revisit it, but just hang in there. And everybody have a good week.
You
Yes,
too.
we appreciate you all. Thank you
Linda.
all for chiming in. Lorienda says, thank you. Awesome words of wisdom, Mr. Charles.
And
Um,
thank you, Miranda.
thank you, everyone. And all I can say is, yeah, like Danielle says, self-care.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. And Lorienda says, sure do know what is best. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. All right, everyone. That
All right.
concludes tonight's Let's Talk Autism. Thank you, Lori and Brianna. Thank you. Um, we'll see you guys same time, same place next week. And you guys have an awesome, awesome rest of the Sunday.
Good
All
night,
right,
everyone.
everybody, take care.
Take
Bye.
care.